The perfect running form, does it exist? Well, in this video we are gonna break down the perfect running form. Before we start with the video, comment down below whether you land with your midfoot, forefoot or heel strike. And this is the first point. I received a ton of messages regarding whether they should land with their forefoot, midfoot or heel strike. And I will answer that in detail later in this video. But why I mentioned this point at the beginning is that many runners, when they talk about running form, only see the part with the landing. So they stress about whether they should land with their heel strike, with their midfoot or forefoot. And yes, it is a huge component of it, but for the running form, there's a lot more than just the landing. And in this video we are gonna break down everything. So we go from the top to the bottom. Let's talk about head position. So when you're running, you may have noticed it that when you look on the bottom or you look straight, running feels different. What I like to do and what is recommended on the internet is that you should look straight. When you look on the ground, then you can feel that the neck will get tight or that you aren't relaxed throughout your run. With having a straight look, you can run more relaxed. Now we come to the shoulder part. You see, you may have noticed it by yourself that when you get side stitches or something like that, or it gets more intense here in your run, that you may increase your shoulders. And this can lead to cramps here in your shoulders and yeah, looks kind of not relaxed in your run and more stiff. So what you should do in your run is to relax, to shake out your body, get your shoulders down and try to be relaxed as possible in your run. I know it sounds a little bit off because in your run you might be a bit exhausted, but try to run as relaxed as possible to be as efficient as possible. When we talk about running, most people think that running is only leg work. And for the most part this is correct, but there are a lot of more things than just the legs. For example, the arm swing. With the arm swing you can define how efficient your run can be. For example, if you have a not as efficient arm swing, then it is for you more harder to run. With a powerful arm swing you can run more efficient because you don't lose as much power in your legs and with that run more efficiently. So what you should do is to swing your arms relaxed, again shoulders relaxed, and then don't cross the middle part of your chest. So try to run and have a powerful arm swing. Alright, now we come to the most discussed topic when we're talking about running form, and this is the landing. And the landing is a huge topic. You could do a whole documentary about it, but I want to break it down here shortly in this YouTube video. So in general we have 3 landings you can do, which is heel strike, so you land first with your heel and then roll out of your foot. Then we have the midfoot, more where you land almost with your entire foot at the same time. And then we have the forefoot strike, where you land with your toes, if you want to call it that way, and get off the ground. So I get a ton of questions and ask me, for example, if heel strike is really bad. And what I can say is that every runner is different and every runner has a different running style. So it really depends on yourself, how much, for example, you weigh, how tall you are and everything. So it really depends on your physique, on your body, on yourself. For some, heel strike might work better than a forefoot strike or a midfoot strike. For some, a forefoot strike would work better rather than a midfoot or heel strike. So it really depends on yourself, on your body. I want to really stress that fact. Can a heel strike lead to injuries? Yes, a heel strike can lead to injuries, but also a forefoot or midfoot strike can lead to injuries. So again, it really depends on what you're doing, because you can do also many things. You can also do many things wrong when you're running with your forefoot. For example, if you don't have that strength, for example, if you don't have that powerful ankles. But what I wanted to say is that heel strike in general is not bad. For example, when you're running slow, it is not as bad as if you're running faster, because more energy goes through your leg, through your knee, and with that can lead to, for example, a runner's knee. What I would recommend is to do a fore/midfoot strike. I did it myself. For example, when I started running, or I was not in the running niche, yeah, I landed on my heel strike, and I never had problems with it. I never had any injuries with it. And again, this could be something that I mentioned before, that I was used to it and that my body could handle the stress that I put into my body. What I can say is that when I changed my running style to a mid/forefoot strike, that I could run more efficiently, more faster, and with less effort than when I went running with a heel strike. And I changed my running style when I was training for my PBs, for my 5K and 10Ks, and all I can say is it has improved me rather than it has not improved me. So yeah, it really benefited me that I changed my running style from a heel strike to a mid/forefoot running style, because again, I could run more efficiently with less effort. One important factor is ground time. And when you think of it, when you're running with a heel strike, you have to roll out with your foot on the whole ground. And with that you lose important time that you could spend in the air, because in running you want to have as less impact with the ground as possible, or as less impact ground time as possible. So again, with a heel strike you spend really much time on the ground, rather than with a forefoot with a forefoot you jump right off the ground, and with that spend less time on the ground. So again, this is an important factor when it comes to the running form. Again, landing is the most huge discussed topic when you're talking about running, I think, because yeah, there are some different opinions on it. Again, in my personal experience, I had no problems with heel striking, because again, my body was used to it, because I was running all the time with it. And when I changed up my running form, it actually benefited me. So for me it was a benefit, because I can now run with less effort and more efficiently and more faster with less energy, if you can get my point. Now we come to some drills you can do to improve your running style when you want to change it up from a heel strike to a more mid-foot/forefoot. We start off with high knees, so actually like you're running. So what you want to do is to raise your knees as high as possible, your hips as possible, your legs as possible, to yeah, spend as less time on the ground as possible. So here we go. Do them for like 15 to 20 seconds, or again 15 to 20 meters, depending on how much you want to put the drills in. Then the same time with the heel on butt. Again, try to land on more on your mid/forefoot, and spend as less time as possible. And the last drill, the hopping drill. So it's like a high knees, but with a jump in between with the leg that is on the ground, to really stress the factor that you want to spend as less time on the ground as possible. So here we go. So yeah, that is it. That's it with the video, with the running form video. So yeah, again, it really depends on yourself what running form really fits to yourself. Again, I would recommend a mid-foot/forefoot strike. With that said, if you like the video and want to see more running content, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. And then I'd say I see you in the next video. Bye.